Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Steve Young 74. Happy birthday to you. What? Steve, where are you? Happy birthday. Happy
Hey,
birthday.
thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm the big 4-8 today.
Wow.
So yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah. Somebody was telling me, and I didn't exactly believe them when they told me when I turned 40. The person writes me and says, "Well, happy 40th." He said the years are going to fly by now. He wasn't kidding. He wasn't kidding. 8 years went just like that.
Steve, I got all dressed up for you. I made a paper hat out of a loose leaf paper.
Oh, well, that's cute.
I hope it stays on my
Uh-oh.
head.
Yeah, yeah, loose leaf hat with an attitude, but anyway.
Yes. Do you know that back in the old days, lots of kids made their own paper hats out of newspapers and just papers back in the day? So it's like a throwback to the really, really old days. There you go.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
lot of good things happen in your year. What year were you born, Steve?
I was born in 1974.
I hope you don't mind, but I devised a bunch of questions about the year 1974. I hope you don't mind, but have a little fun and
No.
ask you some trivia questions. And you guys, the viewers, you could join in on the fun. Who knows? Some of you may get all the answers right. Some of you may get a few right. Whatever it is, have a little fun and give it a whirl. I don't know how long my paper hat will hold up, but that's totally okay. I'm gluing it to the top of my headset.
Well, if it happens to go south or, fall up, don't worry about it, it's okay.
Well, that's okay. I think it'll be totally fine. So buckle up your seatbelt, everybody. Steve, are you ready for a few questions?
Sure.
All right, question number one. Ready, guys at home? What was the best selling car in the United States of America in 1974? I'm not going to give multiple choices. This has to come from you. What was the best selling car in America in 1974?
Well, I do know this. You would think the one that I'm about to mention would be the number one car because it was so popular back in that period. The Volkswagen Beetle was extremely popular back in those times. And and I can understand why because of fuel economy, because you had the gas crunch going on in that period. Um, but I hmm, but something tells me that's not the top selling car. Hmm.
Hmm.
The next one, this might be a little difficult. I'll just have to think about this for a minute. You would think it would be something like a Datsun B210 or.
That's where I learned how to drive in a Datsun B210. Don't even
Oh,
start.
really? It
Yes.
just so happens. It just so happens back in the 80s, my uncle, who's now deceased, gave my dad a 74 of all years Datsun B210,
Oh,
and it was blue. It was a
yes, it was
nice one.
blue.
Yours was a blue one. You would think it would be some type of an import car, but I have a feeling the top selling car is probably some American-made vehicle.
That's a good direction you're moving
Because
in.
people, you know, still bought and thought of a lot of American products
Well,
back then.
take a good guess, Steve.
Um, hmm.
Anybody out there have some thoughts? Type it in the comment section below.
I'm thinking something maybe a Ford.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you're getting warm there. Yeah,
All
it's a
right,
Ford.
so what I gotta do now is narrow down the style or the name of the car.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll give you a hint. It's like some people like to make those kind of beans.
a Ford Great. Let's see. I think I have it. Let's see. Would it be a Ford Great Northern? No, I'm kidding.
Oh
I'm kidding.
no.
You did say beans, so
Beans.
let me see. Pinto?
Yes. Ding 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 ding.
Is it a
ding, ding.
Pinto?
Yes. Ding
For
ding.
some
ding, ding,
reason,
ding.
I can't picture that car being the top selling vehicle, though.
I remember because I was like living in real time. I was going to high school in 1974. Matter of fact, I was a sophomore in high school that year. And
Yeah.
back then, I remember people driving those Beetle cars all over the place. So many VWs. I'm telling you, that
Mhm.
was the car. That was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
car. I'm surprised too it was a Pinto. All right, next question. How many of you out there got that right? Let us know in the comments section below. Next, what are the most popular? What was? Excuse me. Hello, woohoo! What was the most popular cake in 1974, Steve?
Oh, let's see.
Take a great guess because, like, you were still an infant, so you might have
Right.
heard about this cake somewhere or another. 1974 was a
Right.
tumultuous year.
Yeah, it
That's another hint.
was. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
A lot happened that year. That's for sure.
sure did.
Um. Let me. All right. The only thing I can think of that might does it have anything to do with Watergate? Because it was real popular that time.
That's right. That's
Was
right,
it really?
Hunter.
Was it really?
In fact, the name of the cake was a Watergate cake.
Was it a Watergate cake? Okay. Mm,
Okay, and I saw
wow.
images of it, and oh my word, pistachios are in it. You might have heard about this recipe. Oh my word.
Well, actually, the only thing I ever knew about was Watergate salad.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, next question. Who out there remembers all these things? Let us know in the comments below. Next, what was the top selling song? All right, everybody listening? Top selling record of 1974. What did you hear endlessly, morning, noon, and night? And it was from a movie. I'll throw a hint to you, Steve. It was from a movie.
From a movie.
It was a huge hit in 1974 from a
1974.
movie track. Yep.
And I have a feeling, as much as I hate to say it, and I think this was a movie that I definitely had to have a box of Kleenex beside me.
You and everyone else.
Well, let's see. Would it by chance, Memories Like the Corners of My Mind?
Yes,
Misty
Barbara
watercolor
Streisand's. That's it. The way we
Was
were.
it The Way We Were?
Yeah,
Oh,
Robert
what that?
Redford was in that too in the movie. Oh my word!
Okay, I could see that. That was pretty. Yeah, that was real popular. I could see that. Yeah.
I wonder how many of you people out there got that. That'd be amazing. 1974. We're going to continue now with the best-selling book. What was the best-selling book in 1974? Let's think about this for a second. Best-selling book. What's usually the best-selling book year in and year out? I'll throw you all a hint on that one.
Yeah, I think I might have the answer. I might. And let me put it. Not only that, if it's what I think it is, it never goes old. It never gets old. It's always there. It's an important book.
You're in the right neighborhood.
The only thing I can think of would be what the Holy Bible.
The Bible, yes, the Holy Bible.
Really?
Yep. In fact, they call it specifically in this one. They call it the Living Bible.
The Living Bible.
The Bible. Oh. The Bible.
Oh.
That does stand a reason. That's a good thing to know. You know that at least our heads are in a good direction. All right. Next. Now, you may know this, Steve. You may not know this, Steve. Might have learned this in school. I don't know, but I lived it in real time.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. Who was the president of the United States in 1974?
That's easy. I'm sorry. I will say this. I am glad to have been born a year where you had two presidents.
How many times did that ever happen like that?
Richard Nixon, and then he resigned August 8th of 74. And then Gerald Ford took over the rest of the duration until.
By the way, I'm impressed about your knowing the date of the resignation. That's amazing. That's great.
Right. Yeah. And then Gerald Ford stayed president until, 76 when Jimmy Carter was voted in. But that's a whole other that's further down the line. But
I'm telling you, all this is its own show, right?
yeah, it is.
Amazing. All right, next, Steve. The next question, actually, this is more directed personally to you. Steve, what was some of your favorite tunes in
74.
1974? Yeah.
Um,
Or from 1974, because
from
you were like in
74.
the crib, like you didn't really
Right.
exactly, remember it.
Well, in a musical sense, I'm pretty well versed on 74. I'll just throw a few out. Let's see. I did like "Taking Care of Business" by Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, "Rock the Boat" by the Used Corporation, which
Yes.
most that do or don't know was also considered the first disco song.
Wow.
Let's see. "Rock Your Baby" by George McCrae.
That was great.
Yeah. Let's see, what else is there? I did
So
like
many.
I did like "The Locomotion" by Grand Funk.
Yeah, that was good too. Yeah,
I
yeah.
like the way they put their spin on it. Let's see. Oh, here's one. How can I leave this one out? "Dark Lady" by Cher. I always loved it.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that too. Oh my gosh.
Um, let's see. The
What
Ju-
song was popular? You might notice. What song was popular, like literally like the month and day you were born?
the only song that, well, that's an easy one. "Then Came You" by Dionne Warwick and the Spinners.
Do you not know a lot about music, or do you not know a lot about music?
Yeah, well, I mean, I have some other ones that I like from 74. I do like "The Joker" by Steve Miller Band. You know, I hate to narrow it down, but I'm just going to give the group, because there's several by them. I do like Gladys Knight and the Pips. Um, you know,
Amazing.
there was a group back then called The Impressions that was really good.
Love the
Uh,
impressions.
yeah, they had a
There's a lot
song
of
out.
great music back then. Oh my word.
Yeah, they had one particular song that I did like called "Finally Got Myself Together, I'm a Changed Man."
Oh yeah. Nice. Is that the one you showed me? You sent me the other day on Messenger?
Well, there was one that you sent me. It's not the same one.
Yeah. We were talking about the impressions just for the viewer. Just a minute. Hold on, Steve. I have to step away 1 second.
Okay. I'll continue on until you come back. But from the year I was born, there's so many different songs that I do like. There's not really anything that I didn't like from that year. You know, Barbara Streisand, "The Way We Were," the one she mentioned, I did like that. Let's see. Stevie Wonder was good that year. A bunch of. I was just saying, I was just mentioning that I did like Stevie Wonder the year I was born. That was good. Um, you know, did,
Excuse me,
okay,
guys. I had to accept the package, and I had to get it
did
now.
you?
So yeah,
That's
thank
fine.
you.
Um, there is one song that's real good from 74. There's actually two by the same artist. "Sundown."
Loved it. Love. That. Oh my gosh, you're talking about. Oh, my father loved him. Can't
Gordon
think of his name.
Lightfoot.
Gordon Lightfoot.
And the other one was what? "Carefree Highway."
Carefree Highway was my dad's absolutely
That is
favorite
that is
song.
a good one. Yeah. But there's so many I did now I a lot of people didn't care for them. They were all right. I mean, I have to give Paul effort for trying. Paul McCartney and Wings. I didn't mind "Band on the Run."
Right.
you know. But that gives you an idea of some of the stuff that I liked. Like I said, it ranges from R&B to the rock. I did mention Barbara Streisand, "The Way We Were." I did like that one.
You
It's
were
a pretty
born
song.
in one amazing year, and let me tell you something. Like, okay, the movie. Did I ask the question about which was the most famous movie that trivia question? I think I forgot. The most gross movie. I don't think I asked you that, did I?
No, you didn't. That one, I think I may know, and I don't agree with the answer though.
So I'm going to reiterate the question for the viewers. In
Okay.
your honest opinion, viewers, what movie in 1974 grossed the most money at the box office in 1974? I was shocked when I looked up the answer, and I have a suspicion that you didn't really love that.
I mean, it's a good movie, but I will say this. I think I know the name of the movie, and I guess people were really into that campfire scene, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Where they were sitting around at the fire eating those beans. Well, we won't go any further, but
And it's not the movie called Pinto Beans, nothing like that.
no, I have a hard time believing that Blazing Saddles was the top movie.
I'm sorry to tell you, Steve, but guess what? Blazing Saddles was the movie that grossed the most money at the box office in 1974. You want to know what my personal favorite movie was? And I saw it in the movies because there's a little backstory to it. My favorite movie of 1974, for its time, the language was a little rough, but nothing compared to the moment of now.
Yeah,
But the movie was called The Taking of Pelham 123, the original. Here's the backstory for me. You want to hear something hilarious, Steve? I was in high school, and I had been reading the book itself. And the movie was to come out like within a couple of weeks. I'm reading the book, the novel itself. And this was the funny part. I used to literally ride that train, the number 6 train. The whole movie was based on that train, on that ride. They called it Pelham 123, but it was the IRT number 6 train. And it ran from downtown Manhattan all the way up through the Bronx to Pelham Bay. So I had to ride that every single day to high school. So I'm sitting on the train, okay, reading the book. And opposite me was a gentleman reading the same book.
Oh.
So he kept looking at me and I kept looking at him. He kept looking at me and I kept looking at him. We were laughing. We were laughing. And then we like started talking to each other, and then we became friends. And then we actually went to see the movie together.
Oh.
So for me personally, The Taking of Pelham 123 has a lot of nice memories associated.
Yeah, if I remember, I guess it was about a year or so back. You mentioned it to me that it was on Amazon Prime, so I watched it.
Yes.
And I've also seen the remake. The remake is a joke in comparison.
It's like another world. I had to like vacate the premises when I was watching the remake. I didn't like it.
Yeah, no, the first one is the real deal. I might want to consider, on a day where I get a little bored, I might just rewatch it again.
Oh yeah. I loved Walter Matthau in that, and you know, Jerry Stiller was in that. It was a great movie. It was very 1974 New York. It really depicted the time. Oh my gosh, Steve, it really depicted it very well.
Yeah.
Steve, happy birthday. Many, many more.
Oh, much appreciated. Thank you. Like I said, I'm blessed that I have been given 48, years on this earth. Not all of them have been thumbs up. I've, with me dealing with my hereditary disease that I have, and, it had its moments and things like that. It's, at times and it still can be, having bittersweet moments about it. But bottom line, I'm thankful that I made it this far. I'm able to breathe and function and do for myself. That's important to me.
So grateful.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Your birthday occurs like literally every year, literally 3.5 weeks or so before Thanksgiving. So with that, everyone with birthdays, as we go on throughout our own personal birthday years, to me, like your birthday is the beginning of its own new year. Everybody's individual birthday. It's like a brand new year for you. And I like that you have that attitude of gratitude. This is something, in my opinion, more of us need to adapt. We never know what life brings to us. Every single day, we have to really be appreciative of our loved ones, of our friends, and our family. And I really wish you from the bottom of my heart a continued wonderful not just today birthday,
you.
but every single day
Every
of the
single.
year.
Oh, yeah. No, that I appreciate that. But you know, I I know that, I know a lot of people within itself, I don't like Halloween, and I understand that. But the only thing I'm really after, though, I do like the candy.
Yeah.
I like that part. This year, um, I did, in fact, get myself a cake. Last year I wasn't able to do it. A couple of years ago, I haven't been able to do it. 3 years ago, wasn't able to do it. This year, I put my foot down. I'm doing it. So I got a cake. It's in the refrigerator currently. I'll have it.
Wonderful.
I'll have
Wonderful.
it. In a bit. But you know, and then I was taken out earlier. To eat, and I appreciate that. I don't really ask for a whole lot for my birthday. I would much rather people do things for me to show their appreciation rather than give me a material thing. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind material things. I really don't. Um, but if okay, here's one. I'll give you an example. If somebody wanted to cook me my favorite dinner rather than take me out, I would feel better about that than
Bingo.
going because you put your own thought into that.
That's beautiful.
That's why.
That is
Yeah.
really nice. Now, this is a birthday person saying this. So let's think about, let's say that a viewer is watching, they have a family member, a friend with an upcoming birthday. I agree with you. There's just so much more love and so much more thought put into that. That's wonderful.
Yeah, keep that in mind, all of you out there. If you have a birthday that someone in your family that's coming up, um, make them their favorite meal without them knowing.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know what it is. I would rather receive something that comes from the heart. That's me. And especially since I've gotten older, when we're kids, oh, I got to have the Tyco racing set. I have to have the remote control car, or I have to have Transformers. Well, I knew Transformers long before. Back when I was a kid, Transformers was around. Everybody thinks, oh, it's a newer thing. Oh, no. Go back to the 80s. Trust me,
Oh,
it's not. Another one they had back in the day was called GoBots, G-O Bots. That's another like a spinoff that they had
yeah.
of a. But no, do something from the heart. If you don't have a lot of money to spend, but you want to do something for somebody, find something to do from your heart. That goes a million times further than paying out the money.
It's so true. It is just
Yeah,
so true.
that's how I look at it. Okay, well, I can't really think of anything else to really talk about, though. The Q&A thing that
The
we
best
did was
thing of
pretty
all is
fun.
that you enjoy the remainder of your birthday and
Oh, I
your
will.
you have such wonderful loyal viewers. I
Oh,
mean, that
yeah.
is just absolutely, that's a birthday gift every day.
Yeah, now what I am about to say to all my subscribers, and I do mean everybody out there, this is me getting a little, if it sounds a little mushy, I'm not trying to be sugarcoating here or all that, but just know that I am thankful and I do love each and every one of my subscribers that I do have. And I do mean that. I don't want anybody to think, or get the wrong impression. No, I appreciate and love each and every one of you. And that I never
Awesome.
thought, I never thought, here I am a little over 2 years later, and here I am sitting with, right at the moment, I'm sitting with 539 subscribers. I never thought that. You know, Back when I started the channel, I said, I don't know how this is going to work for me. I
I
hope I have
remember.
the content. I had a slight
Mhm.
apprehensiveness, a little butterfly. I didn't really know if my channel was going to be anything, but then again, none of us really do.
None of us do. That is for sure. And it is an
Yeah,
ever living, breathing, and moving and changeable journey as each day goes by. But to have that sincere and genuine fan base loyalty, it is just absolute. I'm even stunned myself every time, like I'll check a comment or, read something or record, and I say to myself, wow, is this really still going on? 4 years in, my God.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh, believe me, in 4 years I'll still be around. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I mean, why? I mean, I have a good thing going here with that amount of subscribers.
Yeah.
The feedback that I get, I love putting the content out there. Sometimes most people don't know this when I come on. There's times I don't even know what to talk about because I don't want to,
That's honest.
yeah, because I don't want to go back. I mean, there's nothing wrong with recycling a certain topic, especially if it's been done a pretty good while back to bring it back, to the present. But I don't want to talk about something that, you talk about. I'll say, hey, today we're going to talk about this. And then the subscribers say, hey, wait a minute, didn't Steve just mention this about a month and a half back? That's what I don't want. I don't want to,
You don't want to be
revisit.
repetitive. I get it. Sure.
No, I do not. But if it's something that I did 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe a year back that I never redid, that's okay to bring it back to the surface because I've got other subscribers that might have not seen it.
That's right. That's right.
So
I agree wholeheartedly. To your point of that, like, for example, if I mention, like, recently I did a video reminding people that this wonderful chocolate coconut tastes like Mounds type of cake
Mounds?
recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, every year and a half I will bring back that recipe. Why? Because last time I mentioned that recipe, I might have been only at, like you mentioned, like only at, let's say, 1,500 subs. That means 2,500 subs or other viewers may not have seen it.
May
So
not
it's
have
not
seen it.
fair. So I'll just bring up the recipe again. That's it.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and bring this up. The
Yeah.
recipe that I just did on Recipe Tuesday, the orange dreamsicle, I've already done that recipe about a year back.
Right.
But there's a lot of subscribers that were not there at the time. So what I did is I just recycled that particular recipe. Plus that, it being Halloween, it's orange. Orange and black is usually Halloween colors.
There you go.
So I figured, why not?
What I
All
love
right.
about your birthday is that besides your wonderful and most importantly your birthday, that a lot more people, I can't say everybody, but a lot of people are in a festive mood, just having a lighthearted day.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Yeah, but then again, you also have a lot of people out there that have the wrong thought of what Halloween and the real meaning of it really is.
You
Because
know what,
people,
Steve? There's always going to be opposition, no matter what.
yeah, because it's not a satanic day.
No,
Not
it's not.
originally.
It's not.
No, it has to do with the harvest, actually.
Right. And also the reason, like, for example, jack-o'-lanterns, as you were taught and I was taught
Right.
in a private school, we were taught this. Jack-o'-lanterns were placed out to chase away things and prepare for the All Hallows Eve, the night
Eve,
before All
yes,
Saints Day.
Saints
So,
Day, right. Right. And me being of Catholic,
me too.
I know all about the All Saints Day. I went to private school. Yes, we went to mass on that day.
Yes.
But I know exactly what All Saints Day is, and of course my day being All Hallows Eve, yeah.
Right.
But yeah,
Well,
I have to
anyway,
say,
I'm glad you were born this day, and thank
Me
you for
too.
everything.
yeah, like I said, I could have been born in the middle of the month according to, the doctor's due date, which could have been a little off in comparison to now, but they predicted me to be born in the middle of the month, the 16th, but that never happened. So, but that's okay. I'll take Halloween. It doesn't
Whatever
bother me.
God wants, whatever God wants.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this was fun.
Yeah, it was. I wonder how many
Yeah.
got every one of them right. Let us know in the comments section below
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
got every one of them right.
Yeah, because I think I did okay, but I had to do a little bit of thinking on my part.
You did beyond okay. I'm surprised, like you
you
got.
thought?
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. because, like I said, when it comes to the music thingy, it's that I'm on cue with.
Don't even think of playing Stump the Music Man or anything like that with Steve because he's always going to win.
No. I wouldn't say every time. I would say majority. I don't want
99 and 44th's 100.
to. Okay, yeah. It's always good to leave a little bit of error of margin in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you're trying to be sarcastic, but
No,
well,
you're
I don't know what.
wonderful in a good way. You're really like amazing with the music knowledge. It's
Yeah,
just
but I'm
incredible. Yeah.
not. I mean, I am pretty knowledgeable, but there's they're but because in music, you're always learning. There's
Of
all you're
course.
just when you think you know a lot. No, well, something else may come along.
You
All
taught
right.
me a bunch of stuff in the 50s, but that's another show. Thanks for having me
Yeah.
here, Steve.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, everybody. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. And birthday's been pretty good so far. Can't complain. And we or I will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.